You're coming in, please, please, please let me know if the live stream is working, the audio is working great. Hopefully that's the case. We're going to get started in about 2 seconds. So today we're looking at the secrets to Facebook leads, the absolute secrets, what other people won't tell you. Well, honestly, it's more of a foundational item that I really wanted to cover. Although it is a well-known secret, it's so obvious that sometimes we miss it. So when we're talking about the actual secrets to the, I guess, the secret sauce, the recipe, organic side, and I'm also going to cover the paid side because we're missing it. We're often looking for that tactic. We're often looking for that little thing that, hey, there's something here. Why is this person getting hundreds of leads for $1, and why is this person over here struggling? Well, I'm going to just share with you the exact formula that we follow from the organic side, but also from the paid side. So as you're coming in, let me know where you're listening from. And also, let's go with the thankful, what you're thankful for on this Friday. Good morning, Jaime. Jordy, hey, Jordy, appreciate you hopping on. So again, we're looking at secrets to Facebook leads. We're covering the organic side and the paid side, so what actually works. So we're going to jump right into it. We're really not going to delay because, as you know, with the live streams, I want to get right into the meat of it because you're here, and I want to be respectful of your time. As questions come up, of course, drop them down in the comments section. A like also goes a long way to send out the notifications, and if you have it in your heart, a subscription would mean a ton, along with the notification bell being turned on. Let's talk about organic. Let's talk about organic leads, organic business through Facebook. Now you can, in all honesty, you can probably do the same formula on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on other social media platforms, but the reason I want to specify Facebook right now is because most of you are there. Most of you are really focused on Facebook, rightly so. That's where a lot of your audiences are. So there's a lot of juice left unsqueezed from Facebook. Squeeze it. So again, how to actually get leads on Facebook, the organic side. It's a very simple formula. You want to create conversations. You want to educate your audience, and you want to invite to collaborate. So I'll repeat that again in case you're writing this down. You want to create conversations. That's step one. And we'll break that down in a couple of seconds. You want to educate your audience, and then you want to invite to collaborate. You want to invite people to work with you. And it's in that form, it's in that formula, it's in that step. It's you're not going to necessarily invite people to collaborate before you educate and before you create conversations, because that's just not going to be effective. So many of you that get frustrated on, hey, I've been doing these posts and I get zero engagement. I've been doing these posts and nobody reaches out to me. I feel like I'm being shadow banned, this, that, or the other. That's just you approaching it a little bit incorrectly, if you will. I've been getting a ton of lease leads on Marketplace. Fantastic. There you go. Great win. Great win, Jordy. What market are you in again, Jordy? I think you mentioned last live stream, so want to make sure I get you right. When it comes to when it comes to organic marketing, when it comes to getting leads organically, step one, create conversations. So how do you create conversations? Well, number one, you speak. Number one, you post on social media. Just like in the normal world out there, unless you're speaking, you're not creating conversations. Sure, somebody else can speak with you, but that's not you going out there and creating the conversation. So when you create conversations, that means that you're posting. You are the one that takes the initiative and post. You can post anything really, but what you're trying to do is create conversations. You create engagement. You create a conversation with somebody. It can be a meme. It can be sharing an opinion, whether it's a spicy one or not. It doesn't matter. Just sharing more of your voice, who you are, sharing other people's perspectives. If you want to share a blog, if you want to share an article, whatever it happens to be, you're creating conversations. Again, it can be around something that you didn't even create. It's just you putting your own spin on it. You're providing an opportunity for people to see you and start a conversation. So you can ask questions. Do you prefer this or that? That's creating a conversation. That's you going out to the marketplace, in this case Facebook, and starting a conversation. That's step number one. And that's really what we're starting to build an audience. We're starting to be we're starting to engage people, and people are becoming aware that we exist. So again, we're talking about Facebook. You can translate this into other social media platforms, but this is the first pillar. This is the first key in the organic side. Now, if you did that all day long and just shared memes, if you did all these creating conversations, shared articles, you know what? That's okay. That's great. That's gonna create engagement. But if you leave people there, that's a very superficial relationship with your audience, and you're not gonna generate a lot of business from that type of posting. Now, you may be thinking, well, Jaime, why are you even sharing that? Well, it's preparation for step number 2. That's step number 1. So step number 1 is creating conversation. Step number 2 is going one level deeper. So going deeper with your audience and actually educating your audience. So if you're a roofer, sharing information that is important about your roof. If you're somebody that does dry cleaning, sharing information about the importance of dry cleaning. If you're a real estate agent, which most of you are, and that's what we're talking about, sharing how to buy a house, sharing how to sell a house, sharing the importance of the market right now, sharing the importance of understanding interest rates, sharing the importance of understanding your credit score, sharing information that actually educates people. So this is where we miss it a lot. We spend a lot of time creating conversation, just noise, and we think that's marketing, but it's not. That is a precursor to the actual step that you're go a little bit deeper with your relationship, because as soon as somebody starts thinking about, I'd like to buy a house or I'd like to sell a house, your name needs to be attached right behind that. Your name needs to come up. Whenever somebody thinks that and says, well, I need a realtor, okay, I need to reach out to Jaime. If your closed community on Facebook or anybody on Facebook that's already connected to you, if they go to Google before they go back to you, then you've lost. If they go to Google to find a realtor, as opposed to think, well, I know I gotta reach out to Jaime because I have a question about home buying. If that's their first step, going over and Googling, now you can come back from that, but just understand that we are building that awareness on the front end, creating those conversations, and now we're educating the audience so people tie us synonymously with being a real estate agent, because we provided so much information about home buying. We provided so much information that homeowners can actually benefit from in their home selling journey. Jordy from Toronto, that's right. Hello and good morning, Jaime. Grateful for a new day. Hey, that is a great attitude. That is a great point. Me too. Needed that one. Thank you so much. Tactitious 1979. So again, we're creating a conversation. That's the superficial. Then we're going a little bit deeper by educating our audience on home buying, home selling, and having content that's actually worth sharing. Sharing content that's actually worth reading, as opposed to saying, hey, I'm a realtor, use me for your next home buying or home selling journey. Not going to work, which actually brings us to the third step, which is inviting to collaborate. This is when you invite somebody to work with you. Notice the verbiage that I'm using, invite to collaborate. You can call that prospecting. You can call that soliciting if you want, whatever floats your boat. What I choose to use is invite to collaborate. So invite somebody to work with you, because while you're educating somebody on selling, you're educating somebody that, let's just say, knows that you're in Texas, but they're over in New York. And they think in their mind, well, Jaime's in Texas. I'm not even going to reach out to him or her. Well, Jaime, I'm him. I'm not going to reach out to Jaime because he's in Texas. Well, little do they know that you could actually still help that individual purchase a home in New York. Now, I'm not going to be able to help that New York person directly, but I am going to be able to connect them with a qualified referral or a qualified agent as a referral, and then guess what? I get that referral fee. So inviting people to collaborate with you not all of the time is not going to work. You need to use that sparingly, but as you're creating conversations, that's the highest frequency. You just want to create as many conversations as possible with your posting. Educating your audience, that's the second most common type of posting that you want to make, because you're establishing that authority, establishing that credibility, providing that value, and that's where a lot of people are going to find meaningful information. Not everybody wants to just be educated every single post from you. That's why you have to frequently go back to the well of creating conversation, something that's a little bit more general, educating. That's going to be valuable, and people are going to appreciate that, but are not always going to appreciate that because not everybody's trying to learn all at once. And then the invitation to collaborate, that comes in last. Invite somebody to work with you, and how that can work is asking somebody if they're looking for if they'd like to be included in your off-market property list. So those that are looking for properties that are off-market. Well, you just gained a ton of buyers because everybody wants to get access to these off-market properties. So you just created an instant buyer pool by offering people to get on your exclusive buyer list properties. So that's how you start creating. You create the conversations, you educate along the way, and then you invite to collaborate. So that's the organic method. That's really the secret to Facebook leads, especially on the organic side. But sometimes we just miss that structure. We're just not aware that, hey, there's actually a system behind the success of the individuals that are being successful on social media. We think that it's, hey, just this pretty picture over here. Hey, this open house over here. Hey, this other stuff. But no, there's actually a system. There's actually a system that will allow you to systematically grow your social media profile because you're providing value to many, where people actually want to be your friend, but then you're actually pulling business from the social media platforms. I am on social media not to connect with other people. It's cool and it's awesome that I have that connectivity, but the reason I'm on social media is to gain business. That's just me personally. You may like being social media because you like social media. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not necessarily my cup of tea. Now I go and I contribute and I provide value, and then I strategically am pulling business out of social media. So that's how I choose to use it, because that's how I choose to do my business. I don't choose to go in randomly to try to make a post here and there and then call it marketing. No, there's actually a system. So let me know if that's making sense. That's the organic side. Create conversations, educate your audience, and then invite to collaborate. That's the organic way. Now let's talk about paid leads, and let me know if this is making sense. Also, as a reminder, if you can hit that like button, it's going to really help me in the algorithm, so it can send out notifications so other people can benefit from this training. And if you think that somebody can benefit from this, then share it with them. That would do me a huge favor. That would be a huge compliment. Just sharing it with somebody that you know that could benefit from this information. So very much appreciate everybody hopping on, and also comment if you have any questions along the way. From the paid side, what are some secrets? What are the secrets to actually generating leads on Facebook? So from the paid side, we're looking at Facebook ads. The number one secret here is you need to make an offer. You need to make an appealing offer is a better way of saying it. So making an appealing offer, that's key number one. Number two, you want to split test strategically. And then number three, you want to follow up relentlessly. So as soon as you get leads, you have to follow up. That's the trifecta of paid advertising. That's the trifecta of Facebook ads. That's how you actually get leads and actually convert business. Number one, you create an appealing offer. Number two, you split test strategically. And then, did I say number three? Number two, split test strategically. Number three, follow up relentlessly. So breaking this down further, Hudson, Florida. Mike, appreciate you being here. Shoemaker, awesome. Making an appealing offer. So again, we're talking about Facebook ads. We're talking about the secrets to paid advertising, so you actually get leads and you're actually converting them. Number one, the key is making an appealing offer. Make an offer that you can run on in an ad format and have somebody willingly give you their name, their number, and their email. So them becoming leads. If you go out there and just try to do the Coca-Cola approach, where you just make this overproduced ad about polar bears and things of that nature, well, that's going to be effective in the long run. And if you had millions of dollars to spend on advertising, a lot of us don't have millions of dollars to advertise. So what we have to do is we need to be more strategic in the offer that we're making. So in that offer that we make, we need to make it an appealing offer that offers something that is valuable to the end user. whenever you're running these ads. So that's why you see on all of the campaigns that you've seen on this channel, I show you plenty of ad copies. There's an offer attached to every single one of them. There's no, hey, use me because I'm the best realtor. That's not an ad copy that you're going to ever get from me. Making an appealing offer, that's what's going to draw the attention of people. That's what's going to draw the clicks. And that's ultimately what's going to draw people giving you their name, giving you their number, and giving you their email, so them becoming leads. Now, at the same time that you launch that appealing offer, you need to split test strategically. So launching one ad because you saw it on my YouTube channel, launching one ad and expecting it to generate the same results that you see on screen with my videos, that's not going to happen. The reason being is because I've done a lot of split testing on the back end, and I continue to do split testing even as I'm recording. So you see that I split test placements. You see that I split test interest. You see that I split test geographically. You see that I split test the images. You see that I split test the videos, the ad copy. I split test so much in the campaigns trying to find that ideal ad that what's working in that particular week that I made the recording on, it may not work the following week. And oftentimes that's the reason that our clients hire us, where sometimes our ads are kicking butt. Sometimes we're getting our butts kicked by the ads. So we have to continue split testing. So that's the key. That's key number 2. So key number 1, make an appealing offer. Somebody willingly is going to give you their contact information for something in exchange because it's appealing. So that's the key number 1. Key number 2 is split test strategically. Know where you're going with your campaigns. Know what you're going to split test before you run an ad, because whether you're running ads for yourself or you're running else for somebody else, that's money that's going from generally a small business to a huge conglomerate that is Facebook. And that's a multiple billion dollar company that is going to gladly take your money. So be strategic up front. And then what's ultimately going to turn all of these ads into actual commission checks, you have to follow up relentlessly. That's the big thing that we miss a lot of the times, where we get all these leads come in and either we get overwhelmed or we get a little bit lazy on it, or we just don't realize the importance of following up and we miss it altogether. So if we fail to follow up relentlessly, then we're going to let all of the leads that came in just go by the wayside. So an agent that just joined me at EXP, we launched her campaigns earlier this week. She's got over 100 leads at less than $1 per lead. Now I'll post a snapshot on my story, so go and follow me on Instagram. Has less than $1 per lead, and she's overwhelmed right now because all of these leads came in. So we need to go in there and just really clear up that follow-up. So we have the automated emails, we have the automated text, we have the automated follow-up, but the call, that first outreach, is something that we're not going to automate. That has to be an organic person calling. So we're putting systems in place to where that doesn't happen for that particular agent any longer. So it's very easy to bring in leads and start generating a ton of people into your CRM. But if you're not following up relentlessly, then the online lead is just going to stay there online. They're not going to actually convert into a client for you. So that's the trifecta of paid advertising. So you're looking at making an appealing offer. You're going to split test strategically, and then you're going to follow up relentlessly. That's the key to actually converting your paid ads, or generating ads, generating leads through paid advertising. So from the Facebook perspective, now going back to the organic, you want to create conversations, you want to educate your audience, and then you want to invite to collaborate. Those are the 3 elements of successful posting in the organic sense, so you can generate leads. Folks, it's been absolutely awesome, fantastic, great to spend some time with you. That has been the secrets to generate Facebook leads and actually convert them into clients. As a quick reminder, that like button is still down there, and also the subscribe button is there as well. It'd mean a lot to me if you would hit both of those. And also, if you found this valuable and know of an agent out there that could use this information, please feel free to share it. Until then, I'll see you next one.